So welcome you all for the online classes. We are discussing the chapter thermal properties of matter in this thermal expansion of solids under that topic. So we completed yesterday level 2 questions. Today we will continue level 3 questions. So question number 1. The steam point and ice point of mercury thermometers are wrongly marked as 92 degrees Celsius and 2 degrees Celsius respectively. The correct temperature read by these thermometers. Thermometry, we discussed the concepts. In level 2, we did not get any questions based on thermometry. In our material also, not given questions based on the thermometer. Okay, no? But thermometry also important. In this thermometry, so thermometer in we study. And to measure the temperature, there are two steps. First one is the construction of the thermometer. The second one is the calibration of thermometer. So in calibration, there are several different thermometer scales and temperature scales. Kelvin scale, centigrade scale, Fahrenheit scale and Romer scale. That every scale will have a lower fixed point and upper fixed point. Before telling the solution for this question, let me tell one important point. So what is the meaning of faulty thermometer? Faulty thermometer. Faulty thermometer means generally, thermometer will have lower fixed point and upper fixed point. In case of centigrade scale, the lower fixed point is 0 degrees Celsius and upper fixed point is 100 degrees Celsius. The temperature at which ice melt will take it as lower fixed point. The temperature at which the water boils will take it as upper fixed point. But if thermometer by mistake lower fixed point to upper fixed point are taken wrongly, such a thermometer is called as faulty thermometer. But whatever the thermometer let it be, if x is the reading on the faulty thermometer, x minus lower fixed point divided by upper fixed point minus lower fixed point. For any thermometer, so this is constant. Already we written this formula. Now, if for the true, the correct centigrade scale, lower, if reading is seen minus 0, lower fixed point by 100 will be equal to, so for the faulty thermometer, x minus lower fixed point divided by upper fixed point minus lower fixed point. So this is the formula we can write. Are you getting that? So C minus 0 for any, whether it is let it be faulty thermometer also. So reading minus lower fixed point divided by upper fixed point minus lower fixed point will always remains constant. So then what I did, I taken the correct thermometer scale, centigrade scale. So that is C minus lower fixed point is 0, upper fixed point is 100 minus 0. For the faulty thermometer, x minus lower fixed point divided by so x minus lower fixed point by upper fixed point minus lower fixed point. Now they are asking us to calculate what is the correct reading. Correct reading to calculate, we need to take C value is equal to x. Then what I'll get? X divided by 100 will be equal to, here what is the lower fixed point and upper fixed point? Upper fixed point for the faulty thermometer given it as 92 degrees Celsius, and whereas the lower fixed point for the faulty thermometer given it as 2 degrees Celsius. The x divided by 100 will be equal to x minus 2 divided by how much now? 92 minus 2. Then what I get? X divided by 100 will be equal to x minus 2 divided by 90. 0, 0 cancel. Cross multiply. 9 into x is equal to 10 into x minus 20. Then sending this side. So what I get? 9, 10x minus 9x will be equal to 20. So x value is equal to 20 degrees Celsius. So what is the correct reading? The correct temperature read by this thermometer. To get the correct reading, what we should take? We should take C value is equal to x, because C is the correct reading only now. So when x value becomes xc, then the reading is correct. Question understood? So this is the topic based on faulty thermometer. Thermometer, generally there are several types of thermometers are there, like mercury thermometer, so pressure thermometer, gas thermometers. Gas thermometer is most standard thermometer. Among all thermometers, the gas thermometer is most standard thermometer. And radiation thermometer is measured, so for measuring the temperature is order of 5000 Kelvin. The highest temperature can be measured by using the radiation thermometer. There are several types of thermometers are there. Okay, now? So this is for question number 1. Next, so question number 3, third question. So what is the question given is, on a hypothetical scale x, the ice point is 40, steam point is 120 degree. For another scale y, the ice point and steam points are -30 and 130 respectively. If x is reading 50 degrees, what is the reading of y? There are two scales are there. One is scale x and other is scale y. So for the scale x, what can I write? X minus lower fixed point by upper fixed point minus lower fixed point. For any thermometer, this is the common formula. This is constant. So reading of the scale x, so is equal to, now what about for scale y? Y minus lower fixed point divided by upper fixed point minus lower fixed point. Can I write down? So x minus, first I will substitute x later. And what about the scale x lower fixed point, ice point? Can I write down? For the scale x, for scale x, so what are the lower fixed point? Lower fixed point is 40 degree and upper fixed point is 120 degree. Whereas for scale y, the lower fixed point is -30 degrees and upper fixed point is 130 degree. Now for scale x reading also given. X is given 50 degrees. Asking us to calculate which value? Y1. Can I substitute down? So this is a general formula. So this value will be equal to constant. For any thermometer, this value is constant. Correct? Can I substitute the values in this formula? X value how much? 50 minus lower fixed point 40 divided by 120 minus 40 will be equal to y value don't know. Y minus lower fixed point is -30 degrees. Minus is there, -30 by, so upper fixed point is 130 minus of -30 degrees. Then what I will get answer given by 50 minus 40, 10. So 10 degree divided by 120 minus 40, so that is of 80 will be equal to how much? So y minus of minus plus, y plus 30 by 130 plus 30. Correct? 130 plus 31. So then what I will get? This is 10 by 80 will be equal to y plus 30 divided by 160. So 80 ones are 80 twos are. Cross multiply. So 20 degrees is equal to y plus 30 degrees. Correct? So what is y value? 20 degrees minus 30 degrees, which is given by y is equal to minus 10 degrees. So what is the reading of y? Scale. So that is the reading of y is minus 10 degrees. Question understood? Okay, na? Clear? This is the formula you have to remember always. To converting to one scale to other scale, or to find any unknown reading of thermometer, this is the formula we will use. Clear? So this is the question number 3rd. Next one. Question number 5th one. So thermometer questions are over. So what is the question number 5? Steel tape calibrated at 20 degrees Celsius. When the temperature of the day is -10 degrees, the percentage of error in the measurement of tape is. Question number 5.1. So what is the correction required whenever regarding the measuring tapes? For measuring the tapes. So what is the formula for error? Error, or it can be also called as correction. Correction formula written delta C is equal to L into alpha into T2 minus T. Can you remember this? This is delta C called as correction. Now they are asking us to calculate this correction is also called as error. Error or correction. Better I will call it as delta L. That is the error is the measurement of length only. Na? So then percentage value they want. Delta L by L is equal to alpha into T2 minus T1. Right? If I want to calculate percentage of error, delta L by L is equal to alpha into T2 minus T1 into 100. Then what I will get the answer given by alpha given. What is alpha? Alpha is 12 into 10 power of minus 6 into so T2 minus T1. Final temperature so 20 degrees minus of minus 10 degrees into 100. So what I will get the answer given by which is 12 into 10 power minus 6 into this is 13 into 100. Minus into minus plus, so 20 plus 10 will be equal to 30. Then what I will get the answer given by 12 3s are 36. 36 into 10 power minus 3 which is given by 0.036. 36 by 1000. So percentage. That is the percentage of error in the measurement of length. Why error is occurred? Due to change in temperature. At what temperature scale is calibrated? Scale is calibrated at 20 degrees. But length is measuring at what temperature? At a 10 degrees Celsius. So minus 10 degrees. Due to that reason, this much difference will occur. So can you tell me here what happened? What is the so that measuring tape will show so more than actual reading or less than actual reading or so it will show more than actual reading. Correction required. So correction if you want to get true value so L minus delta L. Measuring tape two cases we discussed. If T2 greater than T1 then what is the reading measured by the measuring tape that is less than the actual reading. So actual reading is equal to so measured value plus error. Whenever the temperature T2 less than T1, that time what is the formula? Here I not consider actually. Here I should take properly to tell me. I should take T2 as minus 10, T1 as 13. Here I will get minus. The minus sign is indicating that. So what is the reading you are getting? That is more than actual reading. So if you want to calculate the true value, L minus correction. Two formulas are there. In synopsis we discuss. So this is the question number 5th. Understood? Next. Question number 7th. So what is this question number 7th is 2 marks on a glass rod 10 centimeters apart found to be increases their distance by 0.08 mm when rod is heated from 0 degrees to 100 degrees. A flask made up of same glass at the rod measure a volume of 1000 cc at 0 degrees. What is then volume? It is measured at 100 degrees Celsius as. So question see what they given. There are one glass rod is there. On this glass rod there are 2 marks are there. That the 2 marks are separated by distance L value 10 centimeters. Correct? So it is found that this length value increases by, so what is the increase in the length? Delta L, which is 0.08 mm. Can I write into centimeters? 10 to the power of minus 2 meters. Whenever rod is raised by the temperature, what is the increase in the temperature? 100 degrees Celsius. Now they made one flask by using the same glass. They constructed one flask. So that flask is made up of same glass as that of here. The flask is made up of same glass. Can I calculate alpha for the given class? Alpha given by delta L by L into delta T. Coefficient of linear expansion is the ratio between the increase in the length to initial length per unit rising temperature. So alpha given by delta L value will be equal to 0.08 into 10 power of minus 2 divided by L value how much? 10 into delta T value how much? 100. So then what I will get alpha given by alpha is equal to, so what I will get here, this 1000 will go to numerator, it will become 0.08 into 10 power minus 2 and this is minus 3, 10 power minus 1, which can be also written as alpha value is 8 into 10 power minus 7 per degree centigrade. Now they are asking us to calculate what is the volume value given. So volume it is measured at 100 degrees. So volume, a flask is made up of same glass. So that rod measured the volume of 1000 cc at 0 degrees. What they given is, what is the volume at 0 degrees? 1000 cc. They are asking us to calculate volume at 100 degrees. Here also rising the temperature given by 100 degrees Celsius. Correct? What is the formula for Vt? Vt is equal to V0 into 1 plus gamma into delta. But gamma value not given. Question understood? First they given regarding one glass rod. In the glass rod, distance between the 2 points are given. When the glass rod is heated, distance increases by given. Temperature increases given. They are asking a flask is made up of same glass. It is measuring a volume of 1000 cc. So at 0 degrees Celsius. Asking us to calculate what is the volume at 100 degrees Celsius. What is the final volume formula? So final volume is equal to Vt is equal to V0 into 1 plus gamma into delta. Then how can I calculate gamma value? Gamma is equal to 3 into alpha. That is 3 into 8 into 10 power minus 7. Correct? So what I get, gamma value will be equal to 24 into 10 power minus 7. When I got gamma value, can I calculate Vt? Vt is equal to V0. V0 value 1000 into 1 plus gamma value how much? 24 into 10 power of minus 7 into delta T given by 100. So what I will get the answer given by, which is equal to 1000 into 1 plus, this is 24 into 10 power of minus 5. So then what I will get the answer, so which is given by Vt value is equal to 1000 into how much it is? So 1 plus, this is 0.00024. To simplify this, so we will get the answer, that is Vt value given by how much it is? 1000 into, this is 1.00024. Correct? 10 power minus 5 is there, na? So 10 power minus 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then what I get the answer for Vt is equal to, this is, when I multiply this is 1000.24. 1000.24 cc. It is not so this is one, it is looking like a more value. Here one decimal is there. So 1000 point into 100 is there, na? So that is 1000.24. That is the value. Okay, na? So this is the question number 7. Question understood now? So we calculated the gamma value. Gamma value calculated by using the formula gamma is equal to 3 into alpha. So 3 into 8 is 24. 24 into 10 power minus 1. So this is question number 7. Next question. Question number 9. What is this question is? What is the question number 9th one? A metal rod made up of steel corrected at 0 degrees. Another metal rod of same material corrected at 30 degrees. If alpha value, here is alpha. If alpha is 12 into 10 power of minus 6, then the difference between the length at 20 degrees Celsius how much? Metal rod made up of a meter rod, not metal rod, meter rod. meter rod made up of steel corrected at 0 degrees, another meter rod of same material corrected at 30 degrees. Alpha for the steel given. Question number 9th one. For the first rod, can I consider initial length how much L1? L1 value is 1 meter. So T1 is how much at what temperature? 0 degrees. And T2 value how much? 20 degrees Celsius. So what is the final length formula? L2 or L1 dash? Final length can I write L1 dash? L1 dash is equal to L1 into 1 plus alpha into delta. Can I write that? Then L1 dash value is equal to L1 value 1 into 1 plus alpha value 12 into 10 power minus 6 into delta T given by T2 minus T1, that is 20 minus 0. Correct? So what will get the answer for L1 dash? L1 dash is equal to 1 plus, this is 12 into 10 power of minus 6 into 20. Then what will get the answer? L1 dash is equal to 1 into 1 plus 12 2s are 24. 24 into 10 power how much? Minus 5. Then what will get the answer for L1 dash? L1 dash value is equal to, that is 1 into 1 plus this value 0.0024. Correct? Then what will get the answer for L1 dash? L1 dash value is equal to how much? That is 1.00024. That is of in meters. That is of 1.00024. So I have taken the values are in meters. All options are given in centimeters. This is in meters. I have taken L value in meters only now. So that is meters. What about in centimeters for L1 dash value? Into 100. So what will get the answer given by 100.2024 centimeters. This is the final length of the first rod. Similarly for the second rod, L2 value given it as 1 meter. So 1 meter. And T1 value given it as 30 degrees. T2 value given it as 20 degrees. So what I want to calculate, final length given by, final length is L2 dash is equal to L2 into 1 plus alpha into T2 minus T1. Correct? T2 minus T1 value. So then what I will get the answer given by L2 dash is 1 plus alpha value 12 into 10 power of minus 6 into T2 minus T1 value. So T2 minus T1 given by 20 minus 30. What does it mean? Here final temperature is less than the initial temperature. Due to that reason, what happened? The length will contrast. That contrast in the length will be represented with a minus, which is 1 into. So here what I will get? 1 plus 12 into. Can I put minus sign here? So 12 into 10 power of how much? 20 minus 30. 10 power of 12 into 2 into 10 power of minus 5. It is not 2, 1. Correct? 20 minus 30 is 10. So can I multiply with 110? That is 10 power of minus 5. So what will be the answer for L2 dash? L2 dash value is equal to 1 into, here what I will get? 1 plus, this is 0.00, how much? 0.00012. So finally what I will get? L2 dash. L2 dash value will be equal to how much now? 1.0001. This is the final. Now they are asking us to calculate difference in their length value. So what is the difference? Difference in length. That is given by, so L1 dash minus L2 dash. If I subtract, then what I will get? L1 dash minus L2 dash. This value is in meters. So what is the value in centimeters given by 100.012 centimeters. If I subtract, what I will get answer? 0.012 centimeters. Correct? 24 minus 12 will be of 12. Question, simple question only. They are given two rods, same initial length value, but initially both are not at the same temperature. They are asking us to calculate what is the difference in their length at a final temperature. At a temperature how much? 20 degrees Celsius. Question clear? This is the question number 9th one. Next, question number 11th one. So what is this question is? Question number 11th one. At 0 degrees, a square steel bar 1 centimeter side is rigidly clamped at both ends so that length cannot increase. X modulus of the steel given, coefficient of linear expansion given, when temperature rises to 10 degrees, what is the force exerted on? So a rod is fixed between the two rigid supports. Now temperature is rise. So what is a steel bar? A square steel ball. This is one square steel ball. That is square steel ball of a side, ball of 1 centimeter side. So can I call L value equal to 1 centimeter? That is 1 into 10 power of minus 2 meters. L value. Okay, now it is clamped between the two rigid supports. Young's modulus of the steel given it as 20 into 10 power 10. Better I will call it as 2 into 10 power 11 Newton by meter square. Next, alpha value given it as 11 into 10 power of minus 6 per degree centigrade. So rise of temperature. Temperature increase value given as delta T 10 degrees Celsius. They are asking us to calculate what is the thermal force. Thermal force value given by which is equal to Y into what is thermal force formula? So Y into A into alpha into delta. Correct? What is the area of cross section here? When they given length value, can I write down L value given as 1 into 10 power minus 2 meters. Square area formula L square, which is 10 power of minus 4 meters square. Then thermal force given by which is 2 into 10 power of 11 into A value 10 power of minus 4 into alpha value. So 11 into 10 power of minus 6 into delta T value 10. Simplify this, what will get the answer? So 11 2s are 22. I will get the option 2200 newtons. If you want, you can check it. The 10 power 11 is there. 10 power minus 4 or 10 power minus 6. That is 10 power minus 10. Here 10 power 11 is there. So what I get? 11 2s are 22. This is 10 power 13 and 10 power minus 10. So 10 power of plus 3 will be there. Finally I will get 2200. Correct? 2200. That is the thermal force. Question number 11th. Next, question number 13th. Important question. What is this question number 13th one is? Two uniform metal rods. So what they given in this question is two uniform metal rods. So that length value L1 and L2, their linear coefficients of expansion. So alpha 1 and alpha 2 respectively are connected to form a single rod of length L1 plus L2. When the temperature of the combined rod rises by T degrees, so length of the each rod increases by same amount. They ask us to calculate what is alpha 2 by alpha 1 plus alpha. Here also, where alpha is there, it is looking like H. So this is alpha 1, this is alpha. Important question. Question number 13. What they given is two uniform metal rods are there. That two uniform metal rods of length value. First rod length value L1, second rod length value L2. So their linear coefficient of expansion alpha 1 and alpha. So they combine, they connected to form a single rod. That single rod length value how much? That is L1 plus L2. Correct? What is the temperature of the combined rod? When temperature of the combined rod increases by T degrees, the length of the each rod increases by same extent. What is the condition given is, whenever the temperature of the combined rod is increased, the increase in the length of the first rod is exactly equal to increase in the length of the second rod. What is the formula for increase in the length? L1 into alpha 1 into delta T will be equal to L2 into, so alpha 2 into delta T. Here rise in temperature given C. Then from this, what can I able to write? Alpha 1 divided by alpha 2 will be equal to L2 divided by L1. They asking us to calculate what is alpha 2 by alpha 1 plus alpha 2 value. So they asking us to calculate that value. Then can I write down? So what is the value of alpha 1 or alpha 2? Alpha 2 will become, so alpha 2 is equal to L1 by L2 into alpha. You substitute here, what I will get? In place of alpha 2, what can I write? L1 by L2 into alpha 1 divided by denominator also. So alpha 1 value as it is plus alpha 2 value L1 by L2 into alpha 1. So numerator what I get? L1 by L2. Denominator can I take which one common? Alpha 1 common. So what I get? L1 plus L2 divided by how much of L2. So this and 2 cancel. And here alpha 1 cancel. What is the final answer given by L1 divided by L1 plus L2, which is the value of alpha 2 by alpha 1 plus alpha. Understood? Question understood? They given this condition. Whenever for the same rise in temperature, what happens? Both the rods linear expansion value will be same. Question clear? So this is the question number 13. Next. Question number 15. So what is the question they given? This is a question based on pendulum clock. What is the question is? Pendulum clock is 5 seconds faster at a temperature 50 degrees Celsius and 10 seconds slower at a temperature 30 degrees Celsius. The temperature at which it will use the correct rate. Well, this is also important question. So what they given, first you should know clearly when pendulum clock will run slowly, when pendulum clock will run fastly. It will run slowly when temperature increase, length value increase. It will run, that is slowly. It will run fastly when temperature decrease, length value decrease. In this given question, so pendulum clock 5 seconds faster. Faster means at a lower temperature. If I consider, so what is the correct temperature? Correct temperature is T1 degrees Celsius, T degrees Celsius, then 15 degrees value is less than T degrees. Then only it will run fastly. And 30 degrees value more than T degrees. Then only it will run slowly. What is the formula for change in temperature? Delta T. Delta T value is equal to 1 by 2 into alpha into, so delta T, that is, so 5 seconds. The loss or gain of time per second is given by delta T is equal to 1 by 2 into alpha into delta T. Can I write down? So delta T, this is the change in temperature. How much running fastly by how much time? 5 seconds. Will be equal to 1 by 2 alpha. Delta T is nothing but final temperature minus initial, 10 minus 15. This is the 5 seconds slow, faster. At what temperature? 15. 15 is less than T1. So then 5 is equal to 1 by 2 into alpha into T minus 15. Similarly, running 10 minutes, so 10 seconds slower. That is 1 by 2 into alpha into 30 is more than T1 into T. Can I write that? So this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Divide these two equations. What will get? 5 ones are 5 twos are. 1 by 2 cancel, alpha cancel. What is left? 1 by 2 is equal to T minus 15 by, so 30 minus T. Cross multiply. So 30 degrees minus T will be equal to 2T minus 30. Correct? So send this 2T to this side. What will get? What is the answer? I will get 3T. 3T will be equal to 60 degrees. So T value is equal to 20 degrees. Therefore, at what temperature the pendulum clock will give correct reading? The pendulum clock will give correct reading at 20 degrees Celsius. Question clear? And very very important question. Many times given for the NEET in NEET exam. So this question repeated. So this is the question number 15. Okay. So next question. So question number 17th question. What is this question is? Steel meter scale is to be ruled so that millimeter intervals are accurate with the about 5 into 10 to the power of minus 5 mm at certain temperature. The maximum temperature variation is allowed during ruling. The coefficient of linear expansion is. So what is the question is? A steel meter scale is there. One steel meter scale is there. That scale is calibrated in millimeters intervals. So like this intervals are given. Each line value is 1 mm. So millimeter intervals are accurate with about. So what is the maximum accuracy? Accuracy means change in length, the nearest value. So what is the value of delta L is given by delta L by L value is given it as 5 into 10 power minus 5 mm. This is the accuracy. Accuracy means change in length by initial length. Understood? So error divided by true value will give you accuracy. So what will get the answer in meters? That is 5 into 10 power of minus 5 into 10 power of minus 3 meters. So I will get the answer of 5 into 10 power of minus 8 meters. This is the value of delta L. Delta L given now. So delta L given is steel meter scale. This is only delta L. Delta L because delta L by L having no units. So that is delta L. L value given it as 1 meter. So alpha value given it as how much? 10 into 10 power of minus 6. That is not Kelvin. That is in centigrade only. Or alpha value 10 power of minus 5 per degree centigrade. They are asking us to calculate what is the maximum temperature change. Delta T value. What is the formula for alpha? Delta L by L into delta T. So delta T given by delta L by L into alpha. Delta L value how much? 5 into 10 power minus 8. L value 1. Alpha value 10 power of how much? Minus 5. Alpha value will be of 10 power of minus 5. So then what will get the answer given by here? You should get the answer is of 5 degrees Celsius. But here as per this given data, this is 10 power minus 8 and this is 10 power minus 5. 10 power minus 5 will go to numerator. That is 10 power minus plus 5. I will get the answer 5 into 10 power of minus 3. But the answer should be of 5 degrees Celsius. Where we got the reference value? Maybe it should be in meters. 5 into 10 power minus 5 meters. If it is in 5 into 10 power minus 5 meters, then I will get correct. It is not mm, it is meters. If it is meter, then I will get it as 5 into 10 power of minus 5. Then I will get 5 into 10 power minus 5. Cancel 5. That is the maximum temperature variation that can be occurred. Are you getting it? So maximum temperature variation. This is the question number 17. Next, last question for this class. That is question number 19. So what is this question is? Glass rod is measured with a zinc scale. Both being at 20 degrees. Appear to be meter long. If the scale is corrected at 0 degrees, what is the true length of the glass rod at 0 degrees? Okay, now? So what is the length that they given it as? Question number 19. What is this question is? Glass rod is measured with a zinc scale. Glass rod, they want to measure one glass rod. So this glass rod is measured with one zinc scale. This is the zinc scale. Okay, now? So they given alpha values. What is the alpha value for true length? So alpha for zinc, alpha value for zinc, that is 0.000, how many zeros? 4 zeros, 29 per degree centigrade. And alpha value for glass, that is given it as 0.000. How many zeros are there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 85 per degree centigrade. That is alpha value for which value was more? Zinc only more compared with the glass. This is the zinc scale and this is the glass scale. So due to that reason, what happened? The expansion of zinc will be less compared with the glass. So that's why what happened? The reading will be wrong. What is the initial temperature they given? T1 given it as 0 degrees Celsius. T2 given it as 20 degrees Celsius. T1 only 20 and T2 is 0 degrees. What is the formula for true reading? True reading is equal to L into 1 plus alpha B minus alpha S into T2 minus T1. Correct? Okay na? So here alpha B stands for body. So alpha B for glass and alpha S is the scale for zinc. Substitute the value. True reading is equal to, so L value nothing but what is the length value? L is equal to 1 meter. That is 1 meter into 100 centimeter. 1 plus alpha G minus alpha S. So 0.000 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 5 minus 0.000 4 zeros 29 into T2 minus T1. T2 value is 0 minus 20. Simplify this. So you will get the true reading value will be equal to 100.04 centimeters. This is the true reading. That is, what is the reading? It got it before. True reading is more than the measured value. Why true reading is more than the measured value means? So zinc will be there, no? It will be extended more. When it is extended more, it will give the reading less than the correct reading. So that's why here I will. Why I got answer here? Actually, when I subtract this value from this value, I will get minus. And again here also minus is there. Minus into minus you will get plus. So due to that reason, you will get the answer 100.04. Question clear na? Okay na? So this is the question. Even we have written this formula. Whenever to calculate the true value, whenever they give an expansion of scale and also expansion of material, the formula for the true reading is this. So okay, and this is about the thermal expansion of only solids. In the next class, in this chapter only, we consider one more topic, that is transmission of heat transmission. That will continue tomorrow class. Okay na? Thank you.